The Delphi killings were a horrific occurrence that shocked the small town of Delphi, Indiana. Two young girls, Abby Williams and Libby German, went hiking on the Delphi Historic Trails on February 13, 2017, and they never came back. Their bodies were discovered the next day, plunging the town into a state of grief and disbelief. Law enforcement agencies and the community came together to seek justice for Abby and Libby as the case quickly gained worldwide attention. Welcome to True Crime. Let's get started. Overview. More than 6 years have passed since closest friends Abby Williams, 13, and Libby German, 14, went for a walk in Delphi, Indiana, and were never seen again. Since then, a number of men from the area have been suspected of killing them, but no arrests were made, no suspects formally named, and one promising lead after the next went cold. Finally, in October 2022, a local guy was taken into custody and accused of killing the teenagers in 2017. Richard Allen, a 51-year-old married Delphi man, married father, and local CVS store employee, acknowledged to authorities that he was on the trail on the day the victims disappeared. He has pleaded not guilty to the charges. What happened to Libby German and Abby Williams? Libby and Abby went missing on February 13, 2017. While hiking the Monon High Bridge Trail in Delphi, Indiana, Libby had shared pictures of them strolling down the trail on Snapchat when they were out for their walk. It is believed that this joyful picture of the two closest friends was taken just before they passed away. The following day, their bodies were found in a wooded area, around 0.5 miles away from the trail. Libby also took a grainy phone video of a man strolling along the abandoned railroad bridge wearing blue jeans, a blue jacket, and a cap, which helped facilitate the investigation. Investigators shared a grainy image from the video. Authorities have long suspected that this man killed the girls, and they praised the girls for recording the video as evidence. The individual was described by the police as a white male between the ages of 16 and 40, standing between 5 at 6 inches and 5 at 10 inches tall, and weighing between 180 and 200 pounds. 2 police sketches were circulated of a man matching the description of the man in the footage, one in 2017, which was later discounted and replaced with a different version in 2019. Next up, how were the Delphi victims murdered? For years, officials have refused to clarify how the girls died and have given little information about the murder scene. But in June 2023, an abundance of court documents surfaced for the first time, providing new details regarding the killings. According to the documents, Libby and Abby are thought to have died from wounds by a sharp object and were both stabbed to death. A gun is also believed to have been used in the crime after an unspent bullet was found in the victims' bodies. Some of the girls' clothing was also gone, and Libby's iPhone, which had the notorious Bridge Guy video, was found beneath her body at the site. Court documents filed by Mr. Allen's attorneys in September revealed more graphic details that the teenage best friends both had their necks slashed. According to the documents, Libby was discovered at the base of a tree with 4 tree branches of varying sizes intentionally placed in a very specific and arranged pattern on her naked body, and blood spots and drippings all over her body. Mr. Allen's legal team also claimed in these documents that the victims were murdered by a white nationalist cult. Abby, meanwhile, was fully clothed, including in Libby's sweatshirt and jeans. Since there was no blood on her clothes, it is likely that she died while unclothed and later dressed. The records also say that tree branches and sticks had also been arranged on her body. After their murders, the 2 victims seem to have been moved and repositioned. Who is Richard Allen? Mr. Allen's name was never made public in connection with the case prior to his sudden arrest. At the time of the murders, his age would have been 44. He has no prior criminal record, though jail records list him as also going by the alias of Craig Ross Rentfrow. The 51-year-old lives in Delphi, a tiny community of about 3,000 people. Online records indicate that Mr. Allen has spent his whole adult life in Indiana and has resided in Delphi since at least 2006. He was employed at the nearby CVS store at the time of his arrest, where he frequently interacted with people as part of his duties. What evidence ties Richard Allen to the murders? Prosecutors stated in an affidavit made public on November 29, 2022, that they had linked Mr. Allen to a bullet discovered at the murder site. According to the document, ballistics confirmed that an unspent .40 caliber round found near the bodies of the victims came from a Sig Sauer Model P 226, owned by Mr. Allen. The suspect's Sig Sauer Model P 226, which he had owned since 2001, was discovered recently when Mr. Allen's house was searched. On the other hand, Mr. Allen acknowledged in the 2017 interview that he had been on the Monon High Bridge Trail on the afternoon of February 13th, which would have put him there at the same time as the victims began their fateful walk. But he said he had never seen the 2 girls that day and denied any role in the killings at the time. According to the affidavit, during another interview on October 13, 2022, Mr. Allen had no explanation for how the spent bullet got between the two young victims' bodies. The accused murderer claimed he had not been on the property where the unspent round was found, that he did not know the property owner, and that he had no explanation as to why a round cycled through his firearm would be at that location. Ron Logan, the property owner, was also connected to the investigation previously, but he died in 2020. However, now investigators believe Mr. Allen is the bridge guy. But why? What has Richard Allen said? On June 28, 2023, 118 court records were made public, revealing that Mr. Allen had confessed to his wife, Kathy Allen, about the killings while imprisoned at the Westville Correctional Facility. Mr. Allen is said to have admitted several times during the phone call on April 3rd that he executed the horrific killings. According to the records, Mr. Allen's wife abruptly interrupted the call after her husband's confession. The suspect, who was on police radar in 2017, but slipped through the net for almost 5 years because of a clerical error, also confessed to his mother during jailhouse calls, according to the records. However, Mr. Allen's defense attorneys have argued that his confessions cannot be trusted due to his current mental state as they seek to have him moved to county jail. When is Richard Allen's trial? The trial for Mr. Allen was scheduled to start on January 24, 2024. It has now been pushed back until the 15th of October, 2024, after Mr. Allen's attorneys dramatically quit the case in October 2023, amid a scandal over the leak of graphic crime scene photos. The horrific photos started circulating online at the end of 2023. It was revealed that the leak came from a person close to Mr. Allen's defense team. The man had previously been employed by Mr. Allen's law firm and was a personal friend of one of his lawyers. He did, however, leave the firm years ago and had never worked on the Delphi case. After the police began looking into the leak, the person committed suicide. At the start of a court hearing to address the leak, attorneys Andrew Baldwin and Bradley Rossi told the court that they were quitting the case. The two lawyers voluntarily left the case, but they have claimed that Judge Fran Gull coerced them to quit in what they described as a premeditated ambush. They asked to remain on the case, representing Mr. Allen pro bono, a request which was denied by the judge. The lawyers have now submitted a motion calling for the judge to step down from the case. New civil lawyers representing Mr. Allen are also urging the Indiana Supreme Court to intervene in the high-profile case and requesting that a trove of more than 100 documents be unsealed. Finally, Delphi murders are the worst of all crimes committed in recent years. The horrific nature of these killings shocked the neighborhood and attracted notice from around the world. The senseless violence inflicted upon the victims, two young girls, has left a lasting impact on their families and the entire town. It is critical to understand the significance of finding justice for the victims and their loved ones as the investigation into this horrific case continues. With those terrifying murders revealed, we have come to the end of this video. Our thoughts and prayers go out to those involved. We hope you enjoyed our true crime overview of the new details. Who killed Rachel Marin? Sketch of suspect just released. Be sure to be a True Crime subscriber and hit the bell icon to never miss another true crime video. Leave a comment and a like to show your support. Until next time, stay safe, and if you have a true crime story you would love to see, please be sure to leave in the comments below. We look forward to seeing you in our next video.